welcome to or welcome back to the channel Jane Reads. My name is Jeanette, and this is the start of another week of my Reading, Rambling, and Real Life series, and I'm in the car, so it's a little bumpy right now. I've got Andrew here with me.
Hi.
We are off to the city to do some shopping. Today is Monday, June the 29th. And we have the day off. Andrew actually has the whole week off. So I did bring my Kindle with me. I am currently reading I Heard the Bells, which is a novella collection by 4 authors. I'm on book 2 right now, which is called A Season of Forever. It is a dual timeline story, 1940 London, England, and St. Jacobs, Ontario for 2025. Bump. So I'm about halfway maybe through the story, and I'm not sure how they're going to connect yet. I have guesses, but I'm not sure. And right now I'm definitely more invested in the contemporary timeline than the historical, but we'll see what happens. That might change. And then I do have 2 more novellas after this one. I'm really hoping I can finish this by the end of tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Okay, that's it for now.
Seen anything that I might have to go to some. Los Angeles is beautiful.
Okay, so Andrew acquired 2 new fish. It's just temperature acclimation, I think is what it's called. So he said once they get out and get comfortable, they will start getting a little bit more of the orange color. It's kind of dull right now, but we'll see. Okay, so we are home now. I just showed you Andrew's fish that are in the tank, just waiting to be merged into the tank. And I bought some shoes. Yep, I got 2 pairs. So I got this pair with their wedge sandals, which will be really good for walking, in the park and things like that. Then random Andrew stuff. And then I got these ones, which will replace the ones that broke, because I really like the style of these. I did kind of prefer a darker color, but these ones are good, but they are a heel type, so these will be good for with my dresses and a little bit more everyday than, just standard walking in the park. This is what I prefer to wear on a normal basis. And the funny thing is, so I bought 2 pairs. This one is a size 9, and the other one is a size 10. When I tried the 9 on that one, it didn't fit. When I tried the 10 in this one, it didn't fit. Really crazy. And then Andrew got some water conditioner stuffy, I don't know, for the tanks. So yeah, that was our little haul from our trip to the city. Oh, and I did finish the novella I was reading, so now I've got 2 down and 2 more to go. I didn't even look to see what the next one is, so I will let you know once I start it. Okay, I'm on the last novella. I just finished novella number 3, and this was such a cute story. It was called Falling for You by Melanie Stevenson, and it's about 2 best friends that travel from Toronto to Banff to go skiing for a week, I think it was. And Laurel falls on the run and ends up breaking a rib. But she runs into a doctor when she falls. And we are following the relationship of the doctor and Laurel, and will anything happen with them and what's going to happen next. And then she needs to fly home to return to like real life, right? It's such a cute story. But problems with novellas is I want more. I want to know what the future holds for them. Does she decide, like what's going to happen? So yeah, that was a fun story though. I really enjoyed it. But now I'm moving on to novella number 4, which is Merry Christmas, Mr. Potter by Sarah Davison. And it says that it's an hour and 40 minutes according to my Kindle. So I should be able to finish this before the end of tomorrow, right? But now I need to work on editing because I've avoided it kind of all day. So I'm going to work on editing last week's vlog so that I can get it ready for Wednesday. And I'll probably save this for tomorrow, maybe. We'll see what happens. Well, it is Tuesday and I've had a good relaxing day at home, and the day is only half over. It's only 3:15. And this morning I went through our hall entry closet, and then I went through my closet and sorted out my shoes and got rid of some shoes, especially the ankle boots that I didn't wear like all fall, winter, spring. If I didn't reach for them in the last year, I don't need to keep them. Then I had some like black dress shoes and stuff that I have not reached for in probably a few years. So I'm like, I don't need to keep 3 pairs. So I reduced that down to 1 pair. And then I threw away the pair of shoes that were about to break that I noticed yesterday, that I replaced yesterday. And then I did keep the pair of shoes that Andrew repaired for me, like the sandals that I just absolutely love. I did keep them. I put them in my closet. I'm not ready to pass them on, but I'm also not like going to wear them out for an extended period of time. And what if they break again? And yeah. But because I'm not ready to say goodbye, I just put them in my closet, and if I don't reach for them at all by the end of the summer, I will then throw them out. So that is what I did. So I just cleaned up 2 closets. Then I got Wednesday's video finalized, and I've got that uploaded and scheduled for tomorrow. And then I've been reading. So I did finish the last novella in I Heard the Bells last night before I went to sleep. And that last novella was Merry Christmas, Mr. Potter by Sarah Davison. And this was a fun, cute story. We've got 2 exes who have come back to town not knowing the other has returned to town. And they have got they've got a part in a production of It's a Wonderful Life. And one of them is playing George, one of them is playing Mary, which is George's wife, I assume. I've actually never seen the movie It's a Wonderful Life. I know quite a bit about it now. Like, I've learned more than what I knew going in. And I knew a bit of it, but not the whole story. But now I know more of that story. So they have to play opposite each other in this role, but they're exes. It's a little uncomfortable because their breakup was a little uncomfortable. And then things happen and we see them kind of forgive what happened in the past and move forward. It was a fun story. However, the change in feelings from being mad at this person to being okay and like, let's move forward together was very, very quick. And it was like, So yeah, so for me, it was a 3-star. So overall, I am giving this novella collection 3 stars. So the first one, which was A Christmas Wedding to Die For, which is the one by Darlene L. Turner. I really enjoyed that one. Just kind of a locked, isolated setting. Everybody's together, like who could have done it? I was intrigued for the mystery. It was definitely more mystery than romance. There was romance, but it was definitely more mystery. Then the second one was A Season of Forever by Helena Smack. Which was a dual timeline story, World War II, London, England, and then Ontario, Canada for the present day timeline. I was much more invested in the present day timeline than the World War II timeline, which is very unusual for me. Normally I'm more historical than contemporary. And then the kind of the wrap up tells us how the story is connected, and we learn about the present day characters finding out the story from the World War II. And I was like, I would have liked more of digging, like seeing that happen, them finding out rather than just being told how it happened. But I mean, it was a novella after all. Then novella number 3 was Falling for You by Melanie Stevenson. And that one, we've got kind of a vacation romance happening in Banff, Alberta. The female is from Toronto, skiing. Then she breaks a rib and she meets a doctor and a romance develops. But is there a future possibility? This was fun, cute story as well. Again, I would have liked more, like just an epilogue to say like, 5 years down the road, are they together or are they not? I don't know. My imagination is they are together and she moved to Alberta. I don't know what happens because it doesn't tell me. So yeah, so I'm giving it 3 stars overall for the collection because as I said, Darlene L. Turner's book was my favorite. Novella was my favorite of the 4. Now I am reading Meant to Be Mine, which is my audiobook, but I also have that one on my Kindle. So now I'm kind of switching back and forth because that's the only book I have going right now. I am on chapter 19, 61% of the way through. According to my Kindle, I have 2 hours and 47 minutes left. Can I finish it today so that I can start like a whole clean slate of books tomorrow, July the 1st? I don't know. We'll see. I'm really hoping I can do it, but we will see what happens. So we don't have anything else on the agenda today. Andrew's off at a chiropractor appointment. And then I will make supper. We're going to just have taco spaghetti, which is one of our kind of go-to skillet meals. And that's really the plans. It is really warm outside, like really hot. We have an extreme heat warning right now, so it's stay inside during the day. I might go sit on the deck tonight once it starts to cool down out back, once the shade kind of comes. We'll see what happens. But because it's also on my Kindle, it's a little bit more limiting of reading outside. When it's hot especially. But I'm also noticing that my Kindle's at 30%. I guess I need to charge it. So we'll see what happens the rest of the day. Well, today is Wednesday. It is Canada Day. So I've had a relaxing morning this morning. And now it's just before lunch. We're just gonna heat up the sausage on a bun that we had barbecued yesterday for lunch. So that's gonna be leftovers for lunch today. Then later this afternoon, we are getting together with friends and going for a drive. Don't really know what the plans are. I guess we'll find out. So that is kind of our plans for the day. Yesterday, I did finish on my Kindle Meant to Be Mine by Becky Wade, which is book 2 in the Porter family series. And I had not looked up my Goodreads review until just a few minutes ago to see what did I say previously about this book. And I did not realize this was my third time reading this book. I knew it was my second, like I knew I'd read it before. I didn't remember that I had read it 2 times before. And looking back, I reread the whole series, like kind of leading up to the next book coming out. So book 4, I only read once. Every other one I've read twice and now 3 times. And I loved it just as much as I did that first time and that second time. So basically, we are following Ty and Cecilia, who get married on a whim in Vegas. And then one of them has regrets the next morning. And then it's 5 years later, they interact again. And we learn something, or one of them learns something about the other that they never knew. And then we're just watching, can they restore the friendship they once had? Could it be a relationship? Is that possible for them, or what? Forgiveness is a huge storyline for this. A huge part of the story is learning to forgive and move forward and put that in the past and leaning on God for that. When we first meet the two of them at the very beginning of the book, neither one of them are Christians going to church, nothing. They grew up in church, but then they kind of fell away as they got older. And in this one, now it's 5 years later, we're seeing them kind of rediscover faith, and faith being personal. Like, one of the characters really digs into the Bible to find out what it says about forgiveness. I just really enjoyed their banter, their interaction. And yeah, I just really enjoy this. It is a 5-star read for me. I will say there could be some people that have issues with some of the kissing, because there is a lot of kissing, kind of sneaking off, keeping the relationships quiet at some point. So yeah, that could be a turnoff for some people, but it never went too far, so it did not bother me at all. So that was Meant to Be Mine by Becky Wade. So I completed my June TBR with a day to spare and added an extra book. It felt like a really slow month because I only read 11 books. I mean, 11 is still quite a bit, but that's the least number of books I've read so far this year. However, the page count doesn't reflect the least number because of Great Expectations for sure. But even what I read last week, When the Day Comes, this is like 360 some pages. So, I mean, it added up. So overall, I'm pretty happy. And I gotta complete my other book. I've printed off the Picnic in June readathon. I just did a little sticky note so that I could move them around and decide. And I can't fit Great Expectations anywhere. Like, come on, really? And then I don't have Meant to Be Mine, so I gotta see where it can go. But I mean, I've at least completed because I've done one from each row for sure. And not within the same row. Okay. I question that because 3 are in the same row here, but I have others for that person that works for a different spot. Wow, that scared me for a second. Okay, so now I decided to pick up my other booktuber recommendation book that I got at the library last week because it's due back at the library. And that is The Collector of Burned Books by Rosanna M. White. This was picked for me by Sierra, and it is a World War II story. I enjoy World War II. It seems to be set in France. I'm only within chapter 1. Like, I maybe did the prologue, and then chapter 1. I don't even think, let me see. Yeah, no, I didn't even get through the end of chapter 1 because I also have this on audio as well as physically read. So this will be my one book to focus on, which I'm very excited about because that is my favorite way to read. So that is what I'm going to be reading. After we eat lunch today, I'm hoping to redo my nails because they're looking pretty chipped. So I'm hoping to get that done before we go out. And that is really my plan for the day.
What is that? Oh my.
It's a Swiss mushroom burger.
That's a huge mushroom burger, eh?
Chicken tenders.
Well, it is Wednesday evening now, and we are home. So we just went out with friends, drove around, looked at different car lots, and then we went out for supper. I did paint my nails before we went out, and I thought, let's go with the Canada Day theme. And so I did red and white. And I don't really have a true red, so that's kind of the only one I had. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. It's already kind of bugging me a bit having different colored nails because I normally do like one color. So we will see how long this lasts for. But yeah, just so fun kind of thing. But then when we got back to town, I was on Facebook and stuff, and it's like there was a huge storm in town, like with trees down. And I was like, what? Like it was beautiful. Sun was shining. It was really hot when we left. And then where we went for supper, I looked out and it was raining a bit, but not like bad. And then we got back and it was like, oh my gosh, like you couldn't tell here that it had rained like at our house. But then when I'm looking, I'm like, that's not that far away. Like there's a huge tree down. Like what? So yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, so that is the Wednesday evening, and I just filmed my wrap-up video. So now I'm going to work on editing that and get that up for Saturday. Hopefully if all goes well. So yeah, that is my Wednesday night plans. Well, it is Friday morning and I am at work, and I thought I would do a quick check-in, and nobody's here, so I can do this. So I did not check in at all yesterday because I was grouchy yesterday, honestly. I just felt on edge no matter what. Like something annoyed me. And it was stupid little things. Like I just felt that yesterday. So I did film a video last night, and I did set up a Discord channel for Jane Reads. So I will link that in the description box below if you want to join me over on Discord and just have chats back and forth about different books you're reading or options for different challenges, things like that. I've been thinking about it for quite a while, mainly because of something I want to do in the new year, but I'm like, let's get it started and try it out. So I worked on that. And then other than that, I worked and then I went home and did that and stuff. So, it was a full work day. I was at my computer majority of the day, either here or at home. So yeah, but now it is Friday and I do not have to work tomorrow. So it is the last day of the week. And reading wise, I am listening and reading The Collector Burned Books by Rosanna M. White. I'm at 52%. And honestly, it's taken me a long time to really understand what's going on and get connected with the characters. I knew a little bit from the beginning, but then I didn't fully understand. And now something has happened. I'm like, okay, I get it. This has been a slow read for me. And I honestly, I don't have the desire to pick it up, but I don't know if it's fully the book's fault or my attitude's fault, because we also have company for a number of days at the end of next week. So I'm trying to get videos pre-filmed so that they're ready to go up, because I won't have filming time or editing time. So I'm trying to get that done. So I'm putting stress on myself. I probably could have done a little bit more on the 2 days. I was at home at the beginning of the week, but Andrew and I went out of town for a day. And so, yeah, that's just what happens. That's really my check-in for right now. I will update you more later. Andrew's helping me out with a video idea that I'm going to do. It's got all the tiny little pieces of paper.
Well, you never know what's about to unfold.
You're not going to unfold them, though.
No.
And then I told him he could take the lid off the Coke piggy bank, but he decided no, he wasn't going to. So.
This is more fun.
Is it more fun?
It's exciting.
Well, it is Saturday, and Andrew had to go out this morning to pick up some yard stuff. And while he was out, he picked up some iced coffee from McDonald's. So I'm having that now. And this morning, what did I do? Well, I watched some YouTube. I cleaned my makeup brushes, and I listened to more of this book. And I need to read a section to you. Now, it is near the end, so I'm not going to say who's speaking to who or what's going on. But, I mean, they're talking about books, so I had to read this to you. I can't make you come with me today, but grant me this one promise. Read. A page every day? A page at least. A chapter. A whole book. Read novels because they will put you in someone else's skin. Read poetry because it will give wings to your soul. Read science because it will show you what's possible. Read politics because it will teach you how strongly people care about how their fellow men are treated, wherever they stand on what the best way is. Read things you hate and things you love and things you never thought you'd understand, and never, never accept the excuse that you are not strong enough to handle it if you read something that offends you. You are. You're strong enough to be offended, and then try to understand why. You're strong enough to grant that someone can be different and still be worthy of dignity. And if you aren't, then read more until you are. I was like, wow. Like, I love that section. So, as you can kind of see, I'm pretty close to the end here. And I just realized. So I'm pretty close to the end here. And I was struggling with this book, honestly, for a lot of it because I wasn't understanding what was really going on, like what the job was exactly. And then how did the two really, it is a historical romance. How did the two get, like, I didn't see the connection between the two people. So I was struggling with that for so much of the book. But then I get to that part, I'm like, that has made the rest of the book worth it for that section right there. Like, wow. Wow. So yeah, so I'm hoping to finish today. I mean, I'm on chapter 23, 318, and there's there's not even. Am I on the last chapter? Do I just have one more chapter? Oh, that's too funny. Epilogue. Okay, I did not plan that out. But I have chapter 23 and the epilogue. So I have just one more chapter and then the epilogue. So I mean, technically I have two, but wow, I did not plan it that way. That's funny. Okay, so today's plan is filming. I need to film this video that Andrew put all the slips in for me. Then I need to hopefully get it edited as well so it can go up next Saturday. Then I do have Tuesday's video already done. I just need to work on getting it uploaded, but it's like finished, description box, thumbnail created. So I'm just going to work on uploading that. Then I'm hoping to get one more video filmed between now and Tuesday, because obviously I also need to edit this vlog. So yeah, it's going to be a few busy editing computer sessions for a bit. But tomorrow we are off to the donkey sanctuary with my family. We're meeting up 3 different areas, meeting up there and having a day together. So that will be majority of the day because travel time to get there, day there, travel time to get back. So we will see. So today is really my work day for this. So that is the plan. I will check in a bit. Well, as promised, I'm checking in for the last time today, and it is 5 to 11. Oh my gosh. I filmed the Battle of the Books video. Then I worked on editing it, which took forever. Oh my gosh. I will definitely be doing that video different next time, not talking so much about the books. Yeah. So, but then I just threw on YouTube in the background while I was editing, and Spruce Meadows Show Jumping was on live, and I was like, awesome. So I watched that for quite a while. So that was really good. I love it when the timing works out perfectly like that. Then when I finally finished editing that video, I started editing this vlog. So it's edited up to this point. And then I sat down and read the one more chapter that I had in this book. I mean, the two chapters, the chapter and the epilogue. And while I enjoy the ending, it's still really that encouragement to read books. That was my favorite part of the book. Totally my favorite part of the book. Overall, I'm giving it 3 stars. I don't know what it was. I just did not connect with the female character. I really connected with the male character, and I loved it when we switched to Christian's point of view and stuff, but I did not connect with Corinne. And just some of the things like the connecting on the radio, a legal radio, with her mom once a week seemed a little, would that really be possible? The way Corinne talked to some of the German officers, would that have been accepted? Some of it, I don't know. And then the romance. I just didn't feel the connection between the two of them. It just fell for me. Now, it could be my mindset this week. Maybe that affected my enjoyment of the book. I don't know exactly what it was, but I just wasn't here fully invested in the characters and the story. But I mean, I guess I don't understand the whole banned book library and the Germans coming over and like just locking it up and like guarding it. I just didn't get that, and I expected the notes in the margins of books to play more of a role because it seemed like secret messages were being passed, but then that didn't really do anything for the story because then it became really romance focused. So yeah, this was a miss for me. But that encouragement to read books, the quote that I read to you earlier, absolutely love. I will definitely be writing that down and kind of thinking about that quite a bit. That is definitely my favorite part of the book. So I'm giving it 3 stars because of that part, really. I don't know, I'm sorry. I know people love this book, but I just did not connect with it. Yeah. But that is my first book for the Deck of TBR-a-thon. And because it was a 2 for a book from the library, that is 3 points. I have no idea what book I'm going to start next. I think it's time for some light reads, maybe rereads going into the next week, knowing I'm gonna have a busy next week, and maybe that's why my head's not, maybe that'll be better. We will see. I will figure that out tomorrow morning. Good night for now. Well, it is Sunday, and today we went and met up with my family at the Donkey Sanctuary, and we toured the sanctuary. It's really, you could just walk around, self-guided, look at the different donkeys and mules. And then we had a picnic in the park area because my uncle turned 80 on Friday. So we had a cake for him. It was really nice to see everybody. We are home now. I'm just working on making a quick supper for myself because Andrew's not really hungry. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. And let's go back in time because I didn't film anything talking about what we were doing. So I will show you the pictures or the videos that I took of the donkeys now. it is later Sunday evening now, and I've gone through all the video and the photos that both Andrew and I took and combined them to create that clip that you just saw. And I thought I should explain a couple things that you saw. They have 101 donkeys and mules on property. It's about 200 acres. And they're all rescue donkeys or mules. And some of the donkeys have special leg covering for fly protectors. And so they kind of look like pajama pants or hip waders, sort of thing. And those, each pair is specially made by one of the volunteers on site for that particular donkey. And it's because they are really bothered by flies, so they're to protect their legs, because apparently horse flies will attack the legs and then go for the same spot again. So kind of like how some humans mosquitoes seem to be more attracted to them. That's the same way for donkeys. Some donkeys, the flies are just more attracted to than others. So that's why some of them have the fly protectors and some do not. We learned quite a bit. Also, there's 3 different types of donkeys. So they come in different sizes. I do not remember offhand but yeah, it was really interesting. And then, I knew I had a horse growing up, but I learned more from my mom when she was telling my niece about our horse and when we lived on the farm and stuff. And like my mom could remember the horse's name, and I was like, wow. I'm like, I'd have to go back and look at the scrapbooks to remember. And then she told my niece that we moved to the farm because of me. And I was like, I made them do it. I was like, I was 2. How did I make you move to the farm? Apparently I begged so much for a horse that they ended up moving to the farm. And then she corrected me that it wasn't until after my brother was born that we moved to the farm. And so that means I was 2.5. And I was like, I'm still 2, Mom. But yeah, so apparently I forced my parents to move to the farm because I was desperate for a horse. And we had a Shetland pony for a number of years, and I took horse riding lessons and stuff until we moved off the farm when I was 9. So they didn't stay on the farm for me. I guess I had more control as the 2-year-old than as the 9-year-old. Yeah, so that was the day. It was really fun. I would totally go back there. What else? So I have not picked a new book since finishing last night. It is now 20 after 8, and I have not read anything today. Like, that's just unusual. And now I am going to redo my nails because this mismatch is driving me insane. So I have pulled out this one, which is Buy Me a Cameo. So kind of a rose gold, almost, I would say. It's an Essie brand. So that's what I'm going to redo my nails with. I need to finalize my Battle of the Books video. I need to create the thumbnail, the description box, and get that scheduled. So that's the plan. I also need to schedule reading sprints for Tuesday night. So I'm going to work on that. And I found another Spruce Meadows show jumping event that was on this afternoon. So now I'm going to watch the replay. I'm going to watch the live in a replay, I guess. So that's what I'm going to do while I do my nails. And then I will figure out what my next book is going to be. And then I will let you know before I sign off for the week. Okay, it is now 10 o'clock and I did get my nails done. So it's like a light rose gold, just much more natural. And I have watched through my Battle of the Books video and realized I made a couple editing mistakes. So I've corrected those and I need to re-export it, but I need to do this video first. So I have decided what book I'm going to start tonight once I close out this vlog. So this will be in next week's. So I'm going to start the novella Love in the Details by Becky Wade. says she left him to save his future, but they've never gotten over each other. So that is the novella I'm going to start. It says it's 93 pages. And then I've also decided on my audiobook that I'm going to start tomorrow morning because, like, technically right now I have no books started. And I got this one from the library. It is A Glitter of Gold by Liz Johnson. It is also a contemporary romance. It is book 2 in the Georgia Coast romance series. This is a reread for me, but that's kind of what I need next week, knowing it's going to be a busy week with company and stuff. So I'm going to kind of lighter reads for myself, or reads maybe I'm familiar with. So we will see. So that has been this week. The highlight definitely this week was going to the Donkey Sanctuary today with family, and watching back some of the clips that we got was really entertaining. I was taking a video of the food table, like the potluck lunch that we had, and my brother sat there and stared at me while I was doing it. But I'm like, I'm not getting faces in this because I'm not putting your faces online without your permission. They didn't want that. But he's just sitting there staring at me. And I'm like, it cracked me up. So I did take a picture of him just for us, but I didn't include it. But it was hilarious. But yeah, so that was definitely the highlight of the week was today. And I mean, it was a relatively good beginning of the week with some days off and a slow days and stuff. But yeah, today was definitely the highlight. So I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video again. And I hope you had a great week. Please tell me what your highlight from the week was. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.